Well, there's a reason for that. I'm at San Francisco. I'm not in San Francisco. I'm in Sacramento at the historic, epic city cemetery where I shot an episode this afternoon. And we have a 1 hour window where the rain has just stopped. And I looked on radar and it's coming back. And then tomorrow's going to be a wipeout. So I finished all my stories today. And I'm really excited. So we're going to wrap it up here at the city cemetery. Hey, Teresa, how you doing? So yeah, today we're not gonna be just yapping, we're gonna be looking at some really cool old stones. A ton of history here. M. Orr, Clarence Fields, Oana, Elena, Paul Eaton from Liverpool, how you doing? Linda, Suzanne, Charles, Andrew, Trish, Brandy Girl, or Brand Girl, Wolfman, Wolf Woman. Amanda Panda, I think I saw you shoot by. How you doing? I'm at like the Liberty Bell here. So we're at the historic Sacramento Cemetery. And I did a really intriguing story here that it's not well known except for the locals. So if you're a local, please don't like blurt it out. I'm trying to kind of keep it under wraps. But it's not on the Find a Grave Famous list here. It's a really cool story. All right, so without further ado, let's get this show in motion because today we're gonna look at some really. I could not leave town without first walking through the cemetery. There's so much history here; it's ridiculous, and really cool stones. Oh, I'm glad to hear you're recovering, Amanda, from your surgery. That's good. Keep going. Look at this big bell. So there looks like there is I wonder if you pull this. Here we go. Ready? Should I pull it? Holy crap. I guess I rang the bell. Oh my God, that almost blew my eardrums out, you guys. I pulled that way too hard. Ow! Oh! That's gonna cost me a tinnitus for a week. Look at all these little graves. So yeah, wait till you see this cemetery. It's like everywhere you look, it's amazing graves. I'm just gonna go this way. Like I said, we have like an hour before, we have this little window where it's not gonna be raining. Tomorrow's a wipeout. I got everything done, so I am heading back towards Phoenix tomorrow. 12 hours of driving. I got 8 stories done. A lot of them are the bad women. You bad women. Yeah, with a couple of museums, like 3 museum inserts. Some really good stuff. Isn't this incredible? Look at all the wrought iron. Look at all the granite stones. Isn't this gorgeous? This looks like something out east. It's probably one of the best cemeteries on the West Coast, guys. And the rain is moving in. Like I said, the rain is moving in about an hour. I had to do one episode kind of in the rain. And then it's not going to stop. It's going to be raining tomorrow. So I'm really excited. I got everything done. How's the picture, you guys? I hope it's really good. Because we're going to see some really beautiful stuff. If anybody wants me to stop at any point and go back, let me know. Yeah, how about it? Wouldn't this be an awesome backyard? Good afternoon from Denver. Denise Story, how are you doing? All right, I'm glad the picture's good, you guys. Let's enjoy this. Yeah, I'm like sensory overload here. Even for me, right? Ruth Tester, how are you doing today? How are you? Ruth's one of our faithful. Let's walk up this way. What do you think? Anybody from Sacramento? Anybody from Sacramento here? Anybody? Oh, we have somebody from Sacramento just reported in. Richard Prenette. Good to see you, buddy. You ever get out to this cemetery? Man, you could spend days here. H. Keith, glad you were able to catch the live stream. This is like 2 days in a row, pretty unusual. But the reason I'm doing it is because tomorrow, I finished early today. I got everything done, and tomorrow is going to be a wipeout. It's going to be all rain, so I'm going to bug out. So I squeezed everything. I did 4 episodes today. So in January, a lot of the stuff's going to come out. The bad women of Sacramento, the bad women of California. It just worked out that way. I didn't plan it. But like 5 or 6 stories of the 8 are bad women. I thought that was kind of funny. Yeah, Ricky, I'll keep them coming. But 2 in a row, you know, I had to get back here because the episode that I shot here, you know, only covered 1/10 of the cemetery. Yeah, Kimber, back to Phoenix. How's it back at my home in Phoenix? I bet it's nice. Yeah, it's going downhill here. Oh, there's a really cool mausoleum in the distance. We're going to head that way. It is kind of cold here, John. It's like in the 50s. Cold front came in. Everything's coming off the ocean right now. Hey, Amanda, you're getting whacked in Oregon or Idaho, wherever. I think you're in Idaho, right? I saw a lot of flooding and stuff there. Are you surviving? Is Scott on tape with us? Somebody referred to Scott. What's up, Scott? If you are here, we're just moseying along here, looking at gravestones. Couldn't pass this one up. This place is just amazing. Oh, Washington State. Well, that's the same thing. Pacific Northwest. Aren't you guys getting whacked with some really bad weather? Rain? Need to show up with Pioneer Cemetery in California. All right, send me an email. I see Flo is with us. Man, we got everybody. We got all the regulars today. The gang is here. We're just missing Britain. Did I tell you guys that I met up with Deb in Bakersfield? I think I'm going to hit Bakersfield on the way back. She came up with a story for me that I probably can't pass up. Somebody she knew, and it was a really brutal story. So I'm going to try to do that on the way home. And then we had lunch at a truck stop. It was funny. Well, kind of a truck stop restaurant, but she's awesome. She's awesome. Hello from West Virginia. Laura, what's going on? Let's look at some stones. Let's look at all these old graves. Now, there's a bunch of famous people on Find a Grave here, but they're all like congressmen and political people. I think there's some Civil War heroes. You know, these are my favorite, these pointy stones like this. Don't you love these? It says, our dearest mother has gone to the world of the unknown, or world unknown. Now that is something I've never seen before. See that? Dear mother has gone to the world unknown. Well, that is true. Hello from Pennsylvania, Tommy in the Bag. Is that Tommy the Cat's brother? Tommy in the Bag, I love that. Who we got here? Come on. Come on, you guys. We got everybody. How do you like this place? This reminds me a little bit of Savannah. That cemetery, not Bonaventure, the other, what was the other cemetery I did the live stream at in Savannah? Look at this wrought iron, will you? What's up, James? Christopher. Kim's liking the cemetery. Yeah, they keep this place up really nice. It's family plot for Watson. Michelle's in Maine. What's going on in Maine? Are you getting a lot of rain in Maine? I think you guys get a lot of rain. You have got a lot of rain. What's up? We got a nice crew here today. Glad you guys could show up. It's like dinner time. Look at this wrought iron. This is killer. This is killer wrought iron. Let's see this gate to this family plot. It's cold in Maine. Yeah, I'll bet it is now that it's December. Oh, look at this. Look at the paintwork they did on this with the lambs. The lamb, the white lambs, and the doves. Is that beautiful or what? With the golden paint. Yeah, this is artwork, guys. I know I have Australian followers. We have a lot. We have friends there. What time is it in Australia? It's probably like 2 in the morning or something, right? Isn't it like the opposite side of the world? Look at these ones. Gosh, there's so much here to look at. Amanda Panda's husband's an Aussie. Okay, mate, bring out the Vegemite. You know, I tried Vegemite. I did not like it. But the Vegemite my friend gave me was like in a jelly package, like the kind you get for breakfast at the restaurant. It was a Vegemite spread, and it was horrible. So I don't know if you like Vegemite, guys. But I do not. At least I did not like that stuff. Let's go down. Look at these aisles. Isn't this cool? Amanda does not like Vegemite. Made her barf. You know what? I don't even know what it's made of. It's salty. M. Orr says it's salty. Debbie Ashworth loves Vegemite. You're probably an Aussie then, right? Cool, Michelle Kemp. Glad you like the show. S&C, thanks for the 20. Very cool. Yeah, a lot of people don't like Vegemite, it looks like. Let's see, what else we got here? Oh my gosh, it's just as far as the eye can see. Ashley says, what even is Vegemite? It's some kind of spread made from ground up worms. I'm just kidding. But that's what it tastes like. Not that I know what ground up worms taste like. I know what goldfish tastes like, because I did that in college for a bet. Actually, I think I ate worms in college too, while very drunk for another bet. What'd you guys do in school that was so crazy? I can't even tell you. I went to SIU in Carbondale, Illinois, and I was there from 1978 to 1981, and it was voted the #1 party school in the country, and it lived up to that. Especially Halloween. Anybody from Carbondale, Illinois? And I can't even, I'll have to tell you on a live stream sometime, some of my college pranks. There was just brutal stuff. Leonard slept in an old cemetery. Did you bring a tent or did you sleep in the open? There's a couple of happy squirrels here. Is it mating season? Kim's from Wheaton. You know what story? That's where I did a live stream with Scott on tape in the Wheaton Cemetery. It's a beautiful suburb by west of Naperville. I did the story actually earlier of one of the nurses who's buried there. I think it's Nina. Pronounced Nina, not Nina. By the way, I did confirm that with the brother from his radio show on WGN, but she's buried there. Oh, I know. Scott and I will do another live stream once we are in the same area again. We're keeping in close touch. Don't worry. He's a great guy. Makes me laugh. Everybody loves Scott on tape, Sheila. Come on. We know you love him. Everybody. Who doesn't like? Well, there's one person that doesn't like him, but I'm not going to say who. He doesn't like anybody. Doesn't like me. Anyway, we don't want to talk about that. It's kind of a joke. Look at this. Now, what is this? Is this a little Egyptian revival, or what is this architecturally? Coming from the architect. I don't know. It kind of seems Egyptian. Tommy, get the bag. I think Scott is interesting. Yeah, Scott has good stories. Hey, should we try and go in? Let's look in the keyhole. Who's in there? No, that is solid. But what's interesting are these columns that are like ballooned pants almost. I've never seen anything like that. That is reminiscent of what I see from the 1700s, right, with the wings. And sometimes there's a skull in the middle, right? You in Connecticut and Massachusetts. Let's go over here. There's some cool mausoleums over here. So what's going on? You guys are so quiet. We got 334 people here. Let's get some interesting chat going. Oh, we're back on Vegemite. Okay. Where am I? Pamela, I'm in Sacramento at the historic city cemetery. Like I said, I did an episode here today, and it's not one of the ones you'll find on Find a Grave or Famous. It's kind of a locally known story, but not otherwise unknown. Really intriguing story. You know me. Actually, I got to give a shout out to Dustin Burrell, one of our viewers. I think I did 3 of his stories. He sends me so many stories. He works so hard. Dustin, you're the man. Did you chew the goldfish? No, I swallowed it. Oh, God. Actually, I scaled it with my teeth, and then I swallowed it. How's that? Look at this. Look at this beastly mausoleum. Or actually, it's a crypt. It's just a vault. It's kind of like reminiscent of what you see in New Orleans. This is Van Voorhees, 1894. Oh, look at this tile work, will you? Look at that. I wonder if that's original. I'm betting it is. The Voorhees. Give you a look in there. So we have Hattie. Hattie died in 1884, only lived for 20 years. No, she was 19. My math is right. She didn't quite make it. Look at this family plot. Wow. Isn't that beautiful? You guys having fun talking to each other? You're so funny. On the Sunday night premieres, I have to laugh because now we have this group on the Sunday night premieres. And you guys just all chill. You're not even watching you probably watch it like later the night or the next day, but you guys are all there, which is great. You guys are all there to chit chat with each other about all your crazy stuff. I love it. I just love when I can watch. And I just like, I'm not part of the conversation hardly. Thank you, Flo, for the 50. Flo is so generous, always. Flo is, we did the episode together of her family, all those children, Christmas episode. When did we do that? Like a year ago? It was at least a year ago. You're so generous and so nice to share that story with us. Such a great story. It's another vault. Let's go up this way. What are my plans for Christmas? Well, my son is coming back from college. He's bringing a friend, and I'm going to be doing adventures with them in Phoenix. We're going to be taking the Jeep out, four-wheeling, doing some golfing. And now that COVID is over, played a lot of, I don't know if I ever told you guys, but I played a little bit of World Poker Tour. I play a lot of poker last 15 years, Texas Hold'em. And I played for a while at the Commerce Casino in LA, play a lot of high stakes Hold'em. And when COVID hit, I kind of shut down on poker completely. And I'm just starting to get the itch to get back into it, play some tournaments. I'm more of a cash game player. But any of you guys play poker? I love playing poker. And my sons are now hooked on it. So we'll probably go to the casino Although in Florida he can play, he's 18, he can play, but not in Arizona. You got to be 21. But yeah, I was running good. I think, you know, I got into the poker craze, but I got it at some pretty good levels. Not that super high stakes though. That's crazy stuff. Just throwing money around, but I'm looking forward to getting back into it. The blackjack game, John. Right on. Robin likes Hold'em. Who likes Hold'em, guys? Crystal says, come to Florida, let him play. Well, he is in Florida. He goes to college at FAU. And we're going to be playing at the Hard Rock there. So I'll let you guys know. Next time we go there, we're definitely going to be playing some poker. What kind of bird is that? Oh, it's a crow. Crow or a raven. Have I heard of Butcher Hollow? No, where's that? Kentucky? Okay. Stuart, a blackjack guy. Fancy my chances. Well, yeah, if you're playing against the house. What I like about with poker is you're playing against other people. And it's not just the cards we play. And I find it really fun. And it's a social game too. Well, blackjack and craps, right? That's very social. But aren't the odds with the house? I just cannot play those games because it's giving money away. I mean, in the end, you can't win. Unless you're counting cards, and you guys, they used to do that. You know that big story they did, counting the cards in Vegas? That team from, wasn't it MIT? That was a good story. Well, I say, I know COVID isn't over, and guess what? COVID will never be over. COVID, I said from the beginning when COVID hit, it's going to be like the flu. We're stuck with it. But what I'm saying is the COVID panic, all the media BS. I mean, COVID was a serious thing, but the media blew it so out of proportion, my opinion, and just destroyed our economy. And anyway, that's a whole subject. But what I'm saying is we're returned to normalcy now. And COVID is just something else we have to continue to fight and mitigate. But everyone's not living in a hole right now like we did for 2 or 3 years when it hit. That's all I'm saying. And when it hit, you know, I stopped playing poker because they were putting up glass partitions. First of all, they wouldn't even play poker. And then they would put these glass boxes between you and you had to wear masks. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. Now, the siren is good. It shows you we're just like in a real world. I don't mind the siren, but I'd rather hear a train horn. Huh? Yes, there are a lot of stories here, man. No trains yet, but when I was at the Sacramento, what was the other cemetery? The one I was at yesterday, there were a lot of trains. Look at this beastly thing. It's hard to give you a perspective how big this is, this crypt. Just imagine all the granite for this. Mark Hopkins, look him up on Find a Grave. Must have been some rich guy. He died at 64. Moses died at 75. Interesting. Yeah, we got a nice break here from the rain. It's going to start raining in about 20 minutes, I think, 30 minutes. So we're going to have to get what we can. Here's Elizabeth, wife of George Lorenz. She died March 9th, 1877 at 50 years old. A loving wife and kind mother. I thought it said kind kitten. Kind mother. I'm glad it didn't say kitten. Because I'd be like, what? What do you want to see, guys? Let's go this way. Let's go back into the thick of it. What type of stories are you interested in related to cemeteries? I am interested to people stories. Victorian age is my favorite. It could be murder stories, could be famous, I don't know, just stories that are untold, that are intriguing. Tales that have twists and turns and cool plots, which a lot of these stories I do, they're very hard to find. I probably take 1 out of 200 suggestions at best. I love the suggestions, but I'm very picky. I only do what intrigues me, and if it's been done, I also said this, if it's been done on YouTube, especially if it's been worn out on YouTube, I won't do it. It's just no intrigue. Because my audience, you guys like the untold stories. When I did a story on Belle Gunness because I wanted to, it got really low views because you guys have seen it already. And people are like, do the Basilica, whatever it's called in Iowa, the axe murder story, or Lizzie Borden. I'm like, I'm not going to do it because it's going to hurt my channel. That's not what you guys want. You can go peruse YouTube and see 100 episodes about Lizzie Borden. What am I going to add? And I know people say, well, we want to hear your version of it, but it doesn't intrigue me. I'm looking for those untold stories. Look at this great seal of the state of California. That is really cool. Yeah, and I don't mind. If in doubt, just send me the suggestion, because you never know. But Dustin Burrell is on a hot streak right now. I've got a whole bunch of his stories, and he's been sending me, he's probably sent me over 300 suggestions on Instagram over the last year and a half. And I think I've got about 10 of his stories in the notes. I keep very copious notes electronically, and I reward the person who suggests it. I always remember and thank them. I try to in the episode. You did the grave robber story in your hometown. What was your hometown? The grave robber. Oh, it had to be Ohio, Scott Ryder, right? Was that an Ohio story? I did a lot. There's a lot of grave robbing stories in Indiana and Ohio, and not a lot in Chicago. Interestingly, they weren't putting up with that stuff. There's a couple we did, but those are hard to find. The schools were not buying corpses in Chicago. They really clamped down on that. This cemetery is just amazing. All right, let's go find some cool stones. Let's go. Oh, I know where to go. We're gonna head back this way. Don't you love these fall colors? Look at the colors. All the leaves are dropping, guys. Who's overrated? Overrated. LeBron James is overrated. That's who's overrated. Great game last night. Kansas State beating Villanova. That was a crazy game. What happened to that Villanova coach? Is he gone now? Have you heard from Britton? Yeah, Britton and I keep in touch. Unfortunately, he's in Chicago and I'm in Phoenix. So yeah, we keep in touch, but hopefully, there's not a lot of stuff in Phoenix, guys. I have to travel. I'm going to be going to New Mexico. I'm going to be going to Texas again. Make it to Louisiana, I don't know, but this winter, warm climates. But I'll probably get back with Britton next summer when I'm in Wisconsin. I will probably come back down to Chicago for something. Isn't this, yeah. Michelle, isn't this beautiful? Look at how this is probably one of the best maintained cemeteries that I've seen. All right, let's jump into it right here down this aisle. What do you say? You should come to Washington State. I know you've been asking for 3 years. I will, but it's not like I can just walk up. It's so far, and I think the reason I haven't gotten there is because it's not a year-round thing. I have to come in the summer, and it's so hard. This last summer with the move and all the stuff I had to do, there's no way I could do last summer. Next summer, I got England. I'm going to go to Ontario, I think. I think it might be 2 more summers, but I definitely have Pacific Northwest at the top of my list. And I do have stories there. So I will get there if I live long enough. I'm 64, so I think I've got a couple of good years left, I hope. Look at this, this is just incredible. I hope there's a good picture, because this is just stunning calm, right in between the storms. The rain coming from the Pacific Ocean. You're fine, my GMA is 92. What's that? What's a GMA? Are you guys talking about surgery and stuff? Flo says, my cousin said to visit Green Acre Cemetery in Scottsdale, said it's beautiful there. Okay, I will try to remember that. The problem with those cemeteries, they're just memorial parks, and they might be beautiful, but there's no good monuments. Like, there's nothing like this. Nothing. But I'll try to keep Green Acres in mind. I think I've researched all the Phoenix cemeteries, just like looking at them. But I don't remember Green Acres. So I will. Thanks, Nidya. Hey, Ellie, how you doing? Debbie Williams, what have you been up to? Is Lorraine with us? I haven't talked to Lorraine for a while. What's Lorraine doing? Oh, interesting. There's an interesting something up here. Let's investigate. I love these old stones. 26 years old, died 1875, a native of Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia, that's my friend, part-time explorer, Thomas Litsky. Great channel. We did an episode together, I think it's coming out this winter, that he's going to showcase. Look at this, guys. What is this? Let's start with the symbolism here with the two rifles, infantry. Oh, this is something. Oh, look, it's like a railroad. It's a front of a locomotive. Can you see? All honor to the brave. So this is some type of monument for multiple, I'm guessing, veterans, right? Clearwater Cemetery in Minnesota. Favell and Ashcroft family. Okay, thanks, Lisa. Yeah, I'll probably be traveling to Minnesota from Wisconsin. I will not be doing much in Wisconsin because there's not much to do in Wisconsin. Oh, I'm glad the pictures. Thanks, George. Glad it's good. Yeah, this place is just incredible. Look at this. Oh, Lorraine's here. How's it going, Lorraine? Must have a group meetup in the UK. Yeah, let's do it. I'll be in London for like 2 or 3 weeks. That's kind of where I'm going to be focused. I've got all my stories ready. I'll be hitting a lot of those cemeteries. I probably won't be hitting Highgate. It's, again, when I first started, I was like, all right, I'll go to Highgate. But it's like, oh my God. Totally blown apart on YouTube. Highgate, Highgate, Highgate. If I see another Highgate episode, it'll be the last of me. Look at these. Do you know what the law stars regarding exhumed body from an unmarked grave in the family plot? The law says, I don't know. What does the law say? The law says you can steal the body, but don't steal the clothes. If you steal the clothes, then it's a crime. Now I'm going back to the late 1800s or 1800s and early 1900s. That's why they'd always leave the clothes. I've done episodes on that. Cecil is in Adelaide, Australia's murder city. I've heard of that. Is it Adelaide? Is that what it's called? Scotland has the coolest graves. Yeah, I don't know that I'm going to make it up to Scotland. Edinburgh, I wanted to go there, but it's just too much. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I want to go to Scotland. Well, in future years. Future years, right? This is a memorial. He devoted 15 selfless years. Oh, he was a cemetery docent. It's pretty cool. All right, let's go this way. Let's get back into the meat of this place. Who's from Scotland? Anybody? I keep missing Lorraine. Is it Lorraine? Is it my Lorraine? Lorraine, is it the Lorraine who suggested the story of the boy who died in the jet crash in New York? And then he lived, but then he died. The story it did with all the cicadas at the beginning that were chirping in Skokie, or Old Orchard Cemetery, I can't remember. Anyway. Look at all the monuments, guys. This is just... Look at the flowers here. Wow. Hello, Loretta. What is happening? Loretta Blakeman. Oh, it's a different Lorraine. Oh, I'm glad to have you here, Lorraine. Anyway, I love the name Lorraine. What does Lorraine mean? What does it stand for? It has to be a meaning. No, there are no flowers, like we always say, after the third generation. 90% are forgotten, maybe 80%. Not one flower, right? But you go to the new parts and it's all colors. Look at that monument. Yeah, Sacramento, it's a cold day. We got this little window right now of no rain. I can just see it's coming. Check radar. David Kendall died in 1869, 48 years old. I wonder who he was. There's the chain, the 3 links. I always forget what that means. Is that Oddfellows or is that Mason? I think it's a Masonic. Can't remember. I should know, after 3 years of doing this, I should remember this stuff. Lorraine means famous army. Come on. In what country? Hey, from Worcester. Kevin, how you doing? Thanks for hanging out. Where's Worcester in relation to London? Wish you could do a meetup on the West Coast, maybe LA. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. I think we're going to do a meetup in Milwaukee that Ashley's going to organize. I'm putting that on you, Ashley. No, really, we got to do a meetup in Milwaukee this summer at Forest Home Cemetery. That's where the beer barons are. You guys up for that? How many people can we get to come to Milwaukee? That's the problem. When we do something like this, not a lot of people, it's not like you're going to fly in, to do a cemetery meetup. So I don't know. It's just that I want to go to Forest Home. That'll be a good spot. Let's go this way. Where's a good place to do another? Oddfellows, right? Yeah, I thought so. Thank you, Cecil. Where's a good place to do a meetup if not Milwaukee? Who's coming to Milwaukee? I mean, that's a beautiful city on the lake. Epic cemetery. But when I was in Rhode Island, I mean, we got a few people, but it's like there's a stone that has a sea anchor, so it's got to be a ship captain. Let's go check this out. I definitely want to, we can walk down this little sidewalk here. Benjamin F. I don't see the last name, so this is really in good shape. He died 1863. Oh, 2 years, 5 months, 26 days old. Emma died, and she was only 1 year and 2 days old. And Gary, Garrie, was, I think, aged 1 year and so many months. Wow. There's 3 kids there, guys. There are 3 kids there buried here. There's the Oddfellows. So this is James Smith. Passed in 1872. 37 years old. So I guess that's another son. Emma Smith, 1836 to 1919. That was probably the mother. Mamie died 1868, aged 6 years. Oh boy, a lot of kids here, guys. Retta, age, I think 1 year. Oh my God, so many kids. Just kids all over. All those diseases, diphtheria, tuberculosis, and yellow fever. Oh, look at this up here, guys. Here's something interesting. Here's some nice flowers. Look at this thing. Some giant block of a monument for Purkitt, Purkitt. Died in 1914. Never seen a monument like that. Now see these are the, I think these are the drill holes. When they quarried this piece of granite, they would drill holes and split these things open. Saw some of this in Chicago. Look at that. The Smith family, yeah, thanks KYWY. See what you can find out about that family. A lot of kids died, but it had to be disease because they're not all on the same date. You know, sometimes you'll see an accident. Here we go up the yellow brick road. I see a beautiful rose bush up here. The hum of traffic in the background. I wish someday I'd love to go to a cemetery where there's just absolute quiet. There was only one cemetery I went to in my life in Wisconsin where I remember I said it's absolutely quiet. Will I be doing episodes in Pet Cemetery? Pamela, I did 3 already. I've done 3 already. I don't have any plans to do, but if I come across some, I'll do it. But yeah, I've already done very extensive episodes at Pet Cemeteries. Early on, you can just search on YouTube. Or if you want to text me on Instagram or email me, I can find the links for you if you want to watch them. They're really good. They're really good. Here's some more beautiful wrought iron. If you like wrought iron. Family plot. Yeah, Zoe, I know what you mean. Even you've got to go to the middle of the woods somewhere, away from the roads, to avoid the white noise. Give you a look at these. Look at how ornamental the carving of this marble. Yeah. Where should I go to dinner tonight, guys, in Sacramento? Somebody said Joe's. I'm not dressed for Joe's. I'm in the camo. Got to go more cash, but I'm really hungry. I've been eating, well, last night I had pasta. The night before I had treats, Pop-Tarts, Haagen-Dazs, and barbecued potato chips. You guys all laugh, but some of the people got on me. That's not healthy. How can you live that way? It's like, come on, lighten up. It was kind of a joke. I actually didn't eat all that. It was kind of like, oh, you know what? It's starting to rain, guys. So here we go. I'm gonna have to wrap up because I'll walk you back to the car. How's that? Yeah, not just Pop-Tarts and chips. You got to throw in the barbecue potato chips and the Haagen-Dazs and the ice cream sandwich. Scott on tape, what do you say? Scott's back. Or he's been just, I don't want to say, lurking. That's the term you guys use. Scott, are you lurking? Scott, where are you? Are you in LA? Where are you at right now? My culture, pop star, pop culture tour guide. I know, I miss you too. I really do. I need my Scott fix. Oh my God, here comes the rain. I'm gonna march faster. I just called this perfect. I got the window, I told you guys. You know, being a pilot, I know the weather. I can read the radar. Well, anybody can read radar now. All right, Scott, let me know where you're at so we can meet up sometime, hopefully this winter. I'm gonna be like Texas, New Mexico. I'm gonna maybe motivate to get to Louisiana. Are you going to be in Louisiana at all this summer? I mean, winter? Just let me know, text me. We gotta do a live stream together. We gotta do a story together. And we gotta go find alligators together. Guys, me and Scott went on an alligator hunt in airboats and we almost died. He can tell you about that. In fact, it was so bad, one of the alligators sprung up and ate his microphone and he could not produce it. All right, guys, there's my truck. We are back at the Liberty Bell. I know it's not the Liberty Bell, but I'm starting to get soaked. I'm getting soaked here. So, adios from Sacramento. I'm heading home tomorrow, back to the warmth of Phoenix, although California's been great up until now. And right now, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go get something to eat. Bye-bye. Love y'all. Take care.